the AK the Don Carlos, and we're here for some more Bungie dev notes. Well, it's the TWAB, but they're basically dev notes at this point. How's it going? We just got the TWAB last night. It is now April 9th, 2021, and we are sitting here looking at balance changes for our favorite video game for the season of the Redacted. And as you can clearly see, there are the two best shotguns in the game on the screen. So here we are. So I'm not gonna worry about like the rest of this stuff that's in the TWAB. If you want to go read it, go read it. I don't really care. You have Iron Banner stuff, which is cool, and you have donation stuff, kills for kids. So go donate your $50. You get this cool emblem, sick, and you know obviously they did a deep dive for Presage, also sick. Don't care. Well, actually no, I care about this, but this is what's really going on. So, we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm not gonna read the, cause there's a bunch of nerfs and changes that are coming through for this. So, without further ado, weapon features. Lead Chris Proctor is here once again to lay out our goals for these upcoming changes. So, weapon architects, aggressive frame, 120 RPM hand cannons are very dominant in PvP. We've received enough feedback that we want to rein them in a bit without completely taking away the range benefits. These weapons now have a damage and aim assist fall of distance between 2 and 4 meters based on the range stat. This roughly halves the range buff they receive in Beyond Light. Interesting. Very interesting. So 120s did get nerfed. They most of them will have reduced range, but there's still your outliers like Sturm that has 92 range. So whatever you okay. Vortex frame shield swords. Falling Guillotine. With Falling Guillotine now viable forever. That is very hold on. Let me just move over. Very specific that they worded it like that. With Falling Guillotine now viable forever, we need to adjust it a little, as its damage output is flat out higher than other legendary swords. With this change, we allowed to keep its high damage output but reducing the full reserves damage output by reducing the number of heavy attacks you'll need to perform. Full energy heavy attack ammo cost increased from 4 to 6, so it takes 2 more sword ammos to actually, you know, delete something. Alright, yeah, use your heavy attack. Not only that, the chip damage change. Certain weapons, swords, and bastions bypass shields by varying amounts, which causes numerous issues with stasis in case enemies, encounter mechanics, and other content. We have removed chip damage from swords and bastions. Which is, I wonder if they're going to just rework bastion, because it doesn't make sense that they just remove the chip damage. There's like other parts, another thing happening in Bastion later on in this, but I guess they're gonna rework it or give it another exotic perk, because Bastion's whole thing is chip damage. It's a PvP fusion rifle, connect food rifle. So you know, perks. This is probably the most important thing that we're gonna get. So quick draw. This perk is intended to provide faster swap speed, but it also passively buffs handling by plus 100, which is nuts. It's crazy. This completely negates the downside of low handling weapons such as aggressive frame shotguns, sniper rifles, and hand cannons, which isn't something we want to encourage. Seems like a bit of an oversight, but you know, those weapons should have downsides, and working out those completely via perk isn't healthy. We don't think allowing a fast swap to a shotgun subfamily with the highest one-hit kill range is great either. Handling bonus now removed 1 second after switching to this weapon, or aiming down sights. Great. That is a great change. Replace quick draw with surplus on new and existing drops for Felwinter's Lie and Astral Horizon. So both of these guns, right? They no longer will have quick draw, so you can't just like haha fast swap and just like blow somebody's brains out, because you know Felwinter's Lie is busted. But I also do not think that giving it Surplus is gonna make it any better, because Surplus IMO is the best perk in the game, because it gives you handling, reload speed, and it gives you something else. I forgot what the third thing is. Based on your abilities, and if you're actually managing your abilities correctly, you should always at least have like 2 abilities up. So you have increased handling all the time, and it stacks with handling on your club mods. So I don't know, man. Thank you. They're taking quick draw away, because that's quick draw itself. It's still stupid on Felwinter. I don't care if you think these guns are inconsistent. These are the best 2 shotguns in the game, because these are the best 2 shotguns in the game, because Emperor's Courtesy is sunset and it does not exist anymore, essentially. So good, they took quick draw off, but Surplus is. I would not have put Surplus. I would have put something else that is not Surplus. Hey yo, put freaking Pulse Monitor on this. I don't care. Put Pulse Monitor on it. Fuck it. I don't. This Surplus on this is not it. Because you know what you get? You get Surplus Elemental Capacitor on Astral Horizon, because quick draw gets replaced. Why? We're just gonna act like this is fun. Don't mention it to Bungie. We're just gonna act like it's fine. We're just gonna ignore this. We're just gonna ignore this. Anyway. Frenzy. This perk is extremely high uptime in PvE, to the point that it's clearly a better choice than most other damage. Obviously, it's a perk that requires you to be in combat for it to activate, and you're always in combat. Who would have guessed? I just feel like they just don't play their game. Like, I understand that the devs play their games, but they be playing their games on console, dog. Like, they don't be playing this game on PC. They just like, yeah, yeah, this is totally fine. Yep, yeah, just ship it. I would not have let this thing, I would not have released this perk like this. At least put a cooldown on it. Jesus Christ. Reduce the bonus damage from 20%, because it's always 20%, to 15%. That literally doesn't matter. It does not matter. Reservoir Burst now increases the magazine size in addition to its other effects. Reduce full battery damage from 30 to 25%. Upcoming content requires revisiting the power level of a damage perk that can be activated simply by having a full magazine. Wink wink, nudge nudge, say no more. Vex Mythical class? Maybe loaded question? Maybe fusion rifles are getting buffed? I really hope fusion rifles are getting buffed, because I miss using fusion rifles. But you can't use them because, you know, shotguns. Like Felwinter and Astral. Anyway. That being said, we're just gonna keep going. So, exotics. We have Lament. This weapon is a clear outlier for sword damage. So for the health of the heavy weapons diversity, we're pulling it back. Reduce the damage of the Rev Heavy attack by approximately 16%. Thank God. Gun is stupid. Oh, not gun. The sword is broken. This shit is cracked. Even when they nerfed all swords by 15% earlier, that shit is still doing too much damage. Like, it's broken, dog. Note the Lament retains the standard anti-barrier despite removing chip damage. Great. Bastion. Since we're removing chip, Bastion is getting something else instead. We notice increased feedback on Bastion and higher than normal usage in PvP activities. So we're making a small change here and we'll revisit Bastion later. Intrinsically staggers on unstoppable champions. Increased spread angle by 13%. I think that just means for Bastion you have to be a bit closer to kill somebody with it. We'll see once it's in the game. But I honestly don't think this is this line itself is not as high as it is. Because you would if they're really talking about Bastion being used higher than normal usage in PvP. First of all, you don't use Bastion in PvE activities because it doesn't do anything. I shouldn't say it doesn't do anything. You know what? I stick with my statement. Bastion doesn't do anything in PvE activities. Want to hit people through shields? That's cool. Just pop the shield, and they'll take more damage. Bastion, I love Bastion. It's one of my favorite exotics in the game, but for PvP, because it's stupid in PvP. But people don't use it, but now they're complaining because they're tired of getting one shot by Bastion. Because they don't know how to play against a fusion rifle. I wouldn't say they don't know how to play against a fusion rifle. If you know what you're doing, you shouldn't get killed by Bastion. However, hey yo, if you get a good Bastion player, he starts pre-firing around the corner, there's not really much you can do about it. You kind of just follow it. So, there's two sides of the coin. But, I'll tell you, out of 20 games I played with PvP, I only saw one Bastion. I guess it's a good thing they're nerfing it. Whatever, I'm not gonna say anything. We're just gonna not say anything because you know what? Lord of Wolves is the best shotgun in the game. That shit smacks. That shit's bad. Well, that's pretty much it. Balance. Dismantle your shaders. That's it. Just go dismantle your shaders. There's nothing else that I want to talk about here. So let me go back to this before we end this. Right? Ignoring this line, we're just gonna act like this line doesn't exist. I do think the quick draw nerf is a good nerf. It's just a nerf for specials, honestly. Snipers, fusion rifles, all that shit. I don't even think fusion rifles get quick draw. Snipers and shotguns mostly. But they really need to get nerfed anyway on those specific classes because it just does too much. Like when I started using it, because I have quick draw Hawk Moon, when I started noticing that it just straight up increases your ADS speed as well on top of Hawk Moon being Hawk Moon, I'm just like, yeah, this is kind of dumb. I don't think that this blanket 1 second buff or nerf, so as soon as you whip it out, it's like gone immediately. It's gonna do anything to kinetics, but it's definitely gonna hurt these two. It'll definitely hurt these two, which is great, honestly. You can't just run around and just run at people and then just quick hot swap to your shotgun. I mean, you can still hot swap to it, but you'll die. So, thanks Bungie for nerfing Felwinters and Astral, but I don't think giving them surplus was the right idea, to be honest with you. We will see. We will see. Season 14 is a month away. We'll see. If you got any comments, you feel like, well, I'd peek soon. If you got any comments, let me know in the description because this is. I really hope they just rework Bastion if they're gonna change it because Bastion is not useful in any PvE activity. Honestly, it's ass. But in PvP, it's pretty cool. But I'll see you guys next time. Hold on. Yeah.